I'm City Councilman John Caron. On today's Council Connection, we are featuring this year's St. Clair Shores Business Beautification Awards as presented by the St. Clair Shores Beautification Commission. On today's show, you're going to see businesses that range from one of the smallest businesses in the city to one of the largest. And we're also featuring buildings that have gone through full renovations. We have a building that's totally brand new and another one that is an absolute historical treasure. So to start the show, I'm off to our first location. Today we are starting with Jules Joyner Designs, which is located right across from Gilbert's on Harper between 8 and 9 Mile Road. So Jules, congratulations, you're being recognized for a 10-year award recipient.
Thank you very much.
For beautifying your property. And actually, what's amazing here is that you can see the business front in the front with your boxwoods and your flowers that you have and the storefront that you have. But when you come into the back, you've got this beautiful courtyard that's back here that it's obviously takes a lot of tender, loving care. So talk about what you do to beautify your property over here.
Well, I've been here for 13 years now, and when I first moved in, it was literally 2 strips of sod, and I spoke with my landlord and asked if it was okay if I did a little digging, and he said, sure, do what you want. And once it was pretty much defined between like the sunny side and the shady side, things started to really fall into place quite nicely. I originally didn't have this much grass dug out on this side. Started with hostas in the corner. There were 6.
Yep.
They were so happy. 3 went home. They've been dug up and split I don't know how many times. The sunny side has really progressed beautifully. I've really been thrilled with, quite frankly, how well things have gotten happy and matured and taken off. Just adding the lantern, the trees, I'm very pleased.
And it's a great example of what, because basically you have a relatively small storefront property here on Harper, but what a business owner can do with the property that they have for this, that you just show amazing potential for other businesses to what they could actually go and copy to beautify their properties.
Well, they can't copy this.
Okay.
But I was very drawn to this piece just because it is recessed and I could see the potential of having some fun. And being in the wedding business and it's women and, it's just a happy, romantic kind of a time. I really wanted, all my life, was to have a business where when you walked in, it was very inviting and there was the garden feel.
Absolutely.
And just not so much feminine, but just very inviting and warm, because that is the business that I'm in. I'm in with families, and it's turned out way better than I ever thought it would.
Great. And as always, I'm joined here with Lil Claycomb, who's our chairperson of our Beautification Commission. So, Lil, talk about Jules' property here and what you see.
Jules, we've been watching this. I watch this. I mean, you are a perfect example of what a small business can do. And with what you have, as John has said, you've done a great job. And you know what? When you look at cost, a lot of these plants you can separate, so the cost isn't a great deal.
Absolutely.
It just takes a little thought. And a lot of you people out there that have small businesses, I mean, her business has thrived for the last 10 years that I've been here. And tell us how you do this and what is your way of advertisement and your technique.
Well, in wedding world, and what is different than what it was 10 years ago is social media is a big part. So most of my clientele now, after 30 years of doing this, is with referrals. I have brides that will come in that are 5-10 clients deep in terms of referrals over the years.
Right.
A lot is achieved through Google, literally, through Grosse Pointe Swap, the St. Clair Shores Swap, Facebook pages. You can ask for a recommendation, and pretty happy to say I'll have a client that comes in and your name came up 8 times. So, that's been a great thing in terms of using the social media, and then making sure that brides, when I can, get their wedding posted on my pages, because it's very fulfilling to them. They love seeing it up there.
Well, and you have people come from all over.
Yes, it's been quite an honor to fine-tune the business into just weddings. I've had clients fly in from Iowa, drive in from Minnesota. I get brides from all over the state of Michigan, and it's very flattering to think that they will go to great lengths to come in.
Well, this is true, but St. Clair Shores is very flattered that you have stayed here and you have done what you have done to your shop. And we're just very thankful. Now, you said Channel 7 was out here.
Yes, Channel 7 and Simon Chowdhury were here 3 weeks ago filming the Don't Waste Your Money segment. And that was all part of, not the thought of not wearing a gown just one time and rework it. Maybe it's just shortening it or whatever, but giving it new life so you can wear it beyond that one event. And that's fun.
How long, can I ask you this? If you come in for a ball affair or something, what's your waiting list?
For custom?
Yes.
If it's a custom piece, generally, depending on the time of year, anywhere from 3 months to a year. If something is needed during peak wedding season, if you needed something for next June, I better be talking to you now. Okay. As far as getting on the books. Alterations, it's about 2 months.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I tell you, and what you just have here is, we were talking earlier, you moved here from Royal Oak 13 years ago. You're a great asset to our community here. Another great small business that's being very successful with what you specialize in, with doing wedding prep for, you were talking like roughly about 200 different weddings potentially a year that you go support. So.
Nothing short of crazy.
I tell you, this is you do an amazing job back here. Thank you for keeping your property beautiful for St. Clair Shores, and thank you for being an amazing business owner here at St. Clair Shores. So congratulations on your 10-year award.
Thank you very much.
From the Beautification Commission.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
Great job.
And now Lil and I are off to our next location. Ready?
Yep, John. Let's
go. Lil and I are now at the Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union here at Little Mac between Stevens and 10 Mile, and I'm joined by Chris and Anissa. Congratulations, you're being awarded one of our annual beautification awards this year. I tell you, one of the things that I saw in this property, because you guys came forward a few years ago for a redevelopment and remodel of the whole property, and it is just a great job that your firm did in terms of continuing to beautify this property. So can you tell us what went into the redevelopment, and then what do you do to maintain the property here?
Well, we built the property in 1990, John, and over the course of almost 25, 26 years, our membership continued to grow. And one thing that MSGCU wants to do is always enhance the member experience.
Yes.
And as our membership grew, our Shores branch is one of the largest transaction branches that we have. So in order in order to develop that and enhance that member experience, we said, let's beautify our Shores branch. Let's enhance that experience. Let's enhance our brand. And so we embarked on the renovation in early January of 17.
And that's very important for businesses to be active and to be engaged with the public. You've got to keep your brand up like that. So what goes into maintaining the property here with all the shrubs and the flowers that you have out here?
Well, we have a facilities team that is very dedicated not only to our Shores branch here, but to our other 13 locations. And we make it our job that the curb appeal that every one of our members sees from the street, through the parking lot, into the branch, is all about that member experience. They feel good about doing their business here with Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union, and we want to continuously improve that.
All right, great. Tell you what, Lil, from Beautification, what did you guys see when you came out to look at this business
Well,
here?
you made the nomination, John, and so then when they were doing the renovation, but I say, and I've been here a lot of years, if it doesn't look good on the outside, I don't go to the inside. So you are absolutely right. It has to look good on the outside. Our group did come over when you suggested when they were renovating. So we have been watching this building for what, 2 or 3 years?
2 or 3 years, yep.
Yep. And I agree 100% with your theory, and I can see why you're building, or your business is building and building and building, because it does make a difference when you feel good when you walk into a building. And we unfortunately do not look at your inside, we just look at your outside. But we really appreciate what you've done here. You have dressed up the neighborhood, you have made it appealing,
Exactly.
and the maintenance is
It's always top notch here.
Look at that
Yeah.
parking lot, John. You know
Exactly.
what I'm about
Yep.
parking
You're
lots.
about parking lots. But that's got to be the very inviting part of the business as well.
Yes.
You know, that they come in and see a very clean, well-kept property to invite them in. So, Anissa, tell us in terms of for your credit union. So, tell us a bit more about the business itself and what type of clientele do you tailor to?
Absolutely. So thank you for the award, first of all. And we are a community-based credit union, and we love servicing our members. We care about their financial well-being, but as well as having environments where, as you guys said, are welcoming, are inviting to our members as well. So part of this renovation process was not only to have members feel welcome and have an inviting space, as well as their privacy is a main concern of ours too. And that's something that
And
we
that's
have
very
been able to
important now in
provide.
the digital age as well, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So our business is geared towards our members. Member is our primary focus, and we strive to put our members in the right financial path.
Tell us in terms of what type of clientele does the credit union cater to?
That's
Or
a
could be
great
members of.
question. So we have been founded by a group of educators over 60 years ago, but our membership base is currently open to anyone that's in the Lower Peninsula area. Anyone will be able to join our credit union.
So it's not limited to government employees or school employees. It's anyone in Lower Peninsula, Michigan can join.
That is
Anyone in
correct.
St. Clair Shores can join if they wish
Anyone
to.
in St. Clair Shores can
So
join.
that's important for people to know that they can come in and you guys will be very welcoming to them.
Absolutely. We would love to help them with their financial needs.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I tell you, another big thing is you guys are a part of the community. In the last couple of years, you've made donations to our fire department
Yes.
that we're greatly appreciative of. So tell us a little about those donations.
You know, it has been amazing to partner with the fire department here in the St. Clair Shores community. They have been awesome to work with, and we have been able for 2 years in a row now to support them by purchasing rescue equipment for the department, which will come in handy as they perform their duties. So
Great, and we greatly appreciate it. I believe the last set of equipment was to help us with ice rescues.
that's
Yes.
right.
Basically a very long sling that our firefighters can use in order to rescue someone that gets stranded out on the ice, and that, which is very important for here on St. Clair Shores and Lake St. Clair in the middle of winter.
Absolutely.
Because not only in terms of rescuing the person that's stranded out there, but it also helps keep our firefighters safe as part of the rescue as well. So, tell you what, thank you again for all the hard work that you guys do here, for maintaining this property and for the renovation you do, and that you've invested back into St. Clair Shores. And congratulations again on being awarded a beautification award for 2019.
Thanks very much, John.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Great,
Thank you.
Oh, Lil, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Now Lil and I are now off to our next location.
That's good.
And we are here at our next location recognizing a 10-year award winner for beautification, and we are here at the Ardmore Park Place with the owners, Ray and Larry. And I tell you, this is a very special place in St. Clair Shores for the fact that not only have you guys kept a very beautiful property for all of these years since you last were recognized by the Beautification Commission, but you're also maintaining a great historical property.
Thank you.
Here in St. Clair Shores. So you guys, tell us, what does it take to continue to maintain this property here and
Sweat.
keep the
Lots
and keep the history alive here?
Oh, it's just good for the community, and we enjoy what we do, and it's all good. And you know, just maintenance on the building and keeping the property up, and you know, weeding the flower beds, and it's just it's all a good thing.
Yeah.
When you're over 100 years old, you got to do something.
Right. Well,
Plastic surgery doesn't work. It's got to be permanent.
Exactly. Well, and I tell you,
Yeah.
in just the tremendous amount of work that you guys do put into it, not only the outside, but also the inside.
Yes.
And especially throughout all the seasons. I know my family comes here every Christmas. One of my family members has her annual Christmas party here. And you guys have just beautiful decorations that you put a lot of time and effort into.
We host a lot of Christmas parties through December, and baby showers, wedding showers. People get married in the building also. Dinner
That's
receptions. You know, just family dinners and gatherings. It's nice.
Yeah, well, and I tell you, and what's great in terms of when my family's here is that, you know, it's not your traditional type of little banquet that you have. You know, we got
very
the
true.
nice little parlor, sitting room area. There's more living room like,
It's
you know,
very
that you're
homey.
in someone's home,
Yep.
you know,
your
versus
home.
a banquet facility. And then you guys do a wonderful job, you know, in terms of providing that service, some great food, great entertainment.
Thank you.
That
Thank
you
you.
guys provide
Thank
here.
you.
So, Lil, tell us from the Beautification Commission, what have you guys seen in terms of Ardmore Park Place?
Well, naturally, where it's located, a lot of us drive by here sometimes 2-3 times a day. So, of course, our first thing is we look at the landscape to see about the weeding, about the flowers, about the change, and, you know, like everything else.
Always make sure
Times
it's always
change.
maintained. Yep.
Yes, and I sometimes drive down this street just to drive down to see what you've done here on
Sure,
the side.
sure.
You have a nice little patio back here that you can come and sit at also.
That's always
And-
being improved upon with the new
Yes.
flower boxes they
Yes,
added here this
and-
year.
And the flower boxes and also the grass, even though people say, well, grass is grass, but there's a big difference and it has to
Yes,
be
there is.
maintained, it has to be cut. And of course, another thing I always look at is your parking lot. And it's got to be clean,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
And
oh yeah.
because,
We try.
as I have always said, John, if it doesn't look good on the outside, I'm not going inside. And
Exactly.
I understand from talking to both of you that business is good.
Yep.
Business is very nice.
So this
Keep
is
flowing.
also nice to know that, you know, in a small community like this, we always are happy to hear that small businesses and medium-sized businesses are doing well.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And I feel a lot of that has to do not only with your look outside, but your personality and your achieving to make everybody's visit a good one.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
yes,
we
exactly.
do try.
That's very
And-
important.
So when the year came up, this year we just had different nominations and you were one of them and we are very proud.
Well,
to
thank
have
you very
selected
much.
both
We're
of
very
Thank you.
proud.
Thank you. And
Yes.
we're very
Great.
proud. Thank you.
Yes.
You know, one thing, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
One thing that we've noticed since we've been here, as long as we've been here for 30 some years, how much the population, that there's such a new young groups that have moved in here. Like now it's like the old days, baby carriages, jogging, skateboarding, biking. And on this street alone, there's only 2 houses I think left that are somewhat of the original residents. The rest are
Right.
all young people that have moved in. There's a lot of people that have moved back to the shores. I know from our clientele that have moved out because they thought they were going to move out in the suburbs, and they found out
so
that's
on.
crazy land, and they couldn't handle it, and they're moving back, and which is good for St. Clair
That is
Shores.
great
It's
for
a
us
good
here,
pat on the
yes.
back for the shores because people realize they've missed something they didn't know they had
Exactly.
until they're
Well,
gone.
And
You
I
said
tell you
you had-
about this particular neighborhood here, because I grew up on Ardmore Park.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
You know, down on Harper there.
Okay.
So, so I've seen that as well.
Yeah.
To where, yeah, you know, people are beginning to turn over, but we've got new families that are moving in, adding new vibrancy to the neighborhoods, and bringing in new customers.
Property
for you guys.
values are
Yep.
going
Yes.
up. That's
Not only
good.
that, but you both have said you get people from all over.
We
Oh
do.
my goodness, yes.
From
We do.
Well,
Texas
states.
and all Seattle
Yeah.
Exactly.
and North
a lot
Carolina
of
and
a
Chicago.
lot of them where children have moved away. Like nowadays, the kids separate from the family. They move to Chicago, wherever else, and when they have a family function, they end up coming back to the shores for the family function, and so it brings them back in, and it's interesting. It's very nice to see third generations.
Right.
And also, if I
Third
could mention
generation.
also the different businesses that we
Yeah.
have in
Yeah,
the
exactly, yes.
inside the shop. We do have our restaurant, which is called Ardmore Cafe. We do have a full bar. We also have entertainment on Thursday evenings. We have a piano player that comes in from 6 to 9. His name is Don Farah. Also,
Shores
we
resident.
we serve lunch Tuesday through Saturday from 11 o'clock till 3:30, and then dinners on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings from 5 till 8:30.
Great.
We do have our little gift shop, wine and gift shop that we have also. We have a jewelry store in the building. There's a yoga
There's a
salon.
very nice selection in there. Yeah.
Yes, there is. There's a yoga salon, hair salon. It's very, very nice.
Yeah, well, and I tell you, and that's one of the things that you guys have done with this property is that, you know, you've taken a unique concept to the business. It's just not going to be one thing. That you're bringing in all those different types of businesses, and you've had to change them over the years.
Sure, sure.
And
Yeah.
that as business owners have kind of come and gone, but you know, you've kept it vibrant.
Yes.
And in the fact of, too, especially since this is my old neighborhood, that you've kept this historical landmark here for future generations to see.
Thank you.
And I tell you, from the city standpoint, we are greatly appreciative that you've done that. And I want to congratulate you both on
Thank
being
you.
awarded the 10-year award from the Beautification Commission.
Thank you very much.
Thank
and
you.
Keep up the great work here at Ardmore Park Place.
Thank you.
On Little Mac, between 10 and 11 Mile Road. So,
Thank
and
you.
with that, Lil and I have to run off to our next location. We ready to go?
I'm ready
Now,
to go.
who's going to be
You
late?
are.
We are now down here on the nautical mile of St. Clair Shores with our next business. Going to award them with one of the annual awards for the Beautification Awards for this year. And I am joined here by Dr. Michael Taylor and his wife Cheryl with their new doctor's office here over on Jefferson between 9 Mile and 10 Mile. So tell us, Dr. Taylor, sure, this has been a work in progress for many years, we were just talking about. So tell us, what has been the journey of putting this building together as you brought your business here to the Nautical Mile?
Well, we had office over on 9 Mile, and we just outgrew that office.
Okay.
And so the
Always good to hear.
Yeah. So the building we bought several years ago, 2009, I believe.
It was.
And then we started a renovation project on it, which took us a while. But finally got it up. We redid the whole inside, outside, redid the bricks on the outside, the stone.
Looks, yeah, and all those renovations look great as the building transformed over the last few years.
Yes.
Yeah. We think it's beautiful.
And as well as all the new landscaping that went in around the building.
Mm-hmm.
And that, so can I talk about what went into that? Because Cheryl, I believe you said you did the design of
I
it?
did. We wanted something that was, pretty much a not too hard to keep up, and all these particular shrubs that we bought are all hardy and they grow here really well. But we just did it kind of easy, really. It wasn't that hard to do, really.
Well, and you want something simple and elegant as well to make sure any business is always inviting to come
Right,
into. So.
right. We wanted people to feel comfortable, to feel that they were coming to a place that was very welcoming, and we thought that doing the outside as well as the inside was the way to achieve that.
That's my statement.
Exactly. So Lil, tell us, what does the Beautification Commission think about Dr. Taylor's office
Well, we all have looked at this many times through the last few years, and of course, as I've said before, 50% is the building, 50% is the landscape. And when we put that all together, it is a superior package, and that's what you have. All of us have watched this building transform. And this is wonderful, and we do this show so that other people and other businesses can see this and how welcoming it is. Your parking lot, I know, is new,
Yes.
but at the same time, it is very clean. And I am somebody that loves clean parking lots. And it makes a difference to anything that when you come in, and your welcoming is also something that has to be home felt,
Right.
or
Exactly.
else it's not there. Now, you said even though you had a landscaper come in and do this,
Right.
and you designed the bushes and stuff,
Right.
which I notice are very hardy,
They are.
which are I
They're
don't want
low
to say
maintenance.
easy
Right.
to maintain,
Very
but-
low maintenance.
and you do that.
Yes.
So here again, you don't need to spend thousands of dollars, and yet you can have a lovely big building, and you can have landscape that really puts the building over the top. We were very, very pleased. Everybody jumped on it when I think it was it you, John, that made the nomination, I believe?
And one of the other commission members had brought it up. As all of our commission members, we're always driving around the city, checking out kind of what's new, and and like I said, this had been a project of yours for
It was.
several years, and
Yeah.
a lot of people are always asking. It's like, well, God, what's going on with that
What is
building?
it?
Like the building was new and kind of
it's
seemed
done.
slow.
And we felt it was
Changes
done.
over the year, but the last few years, you guys relocated here and did a great job.
We love it here.
In designing the building
Yeah.
and renovating it.
Right.
So,
We get a lot
wonderful.
of traffic, and it's a great spot, we
Great
think.
location.
It's a great location.
It's a reason basically for staying in this area. because that's where
you
my
want to be
primary-
close to
Yes,
your
I
patients,
actually need to be close to the
and
hospital.
easy access for them and the hospital, so that's great.
Right.
And that, so I'll tell you what, wonderful job here in the building.
Thank you.
I
We're
think
very honored.
This is a great addition to the Nautical Mile because this is one of our key business districts, and it just kind of shows that, you know, the Nautical Mile isn't just little shops and restaurants. We got all
Right.
sorts of businesses that go and that fit in with our business district here. So I think
Thank
it's
you.
great that you guys kept your business here in St. Clair Shores.
We're happy to be here.
And congratulations again on being
Thank
awarded
you.
the annual beautification award for businesses.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
Thank you very much.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
And with that, Lil and I are off to our next location. Ready to go?
Ready to go, John?
We got on the right track. We ended up here at 9 and Mac at Roy O'Brien Ford for our last location of the day. Congratulating Roy O'Brien Ford on being awarded a beautification award for their beautiful renovation of their dealership here at 9 Mile and Greater Mac here in St. Clair Shores. I'm joined by Maureen, Roy, Mark, and Amy of the O'Brien family to talk about this beautiful renovation they did of the dealership. So whoever wants to start, tell us what went into renovating such a large building like this, and how you made it look so beautiful as it turned out.
Well, it was no easy process, but it took 2 years to do, and we did it in 2 different phases. We started with the service department first, and we leveled the service, made a makeshift service department into the back side of our used car building, kept production flowing.
Well, that's good.
When we completed that phase, then we went to the mainframe, and we went back about 113 years in our history and decided that when we looked up at the ceiling timbers and they were going like this, it was time to level that building as well.
Yeah.
So we brought that building down and put up this brand new one behind us that you see. And smooth process, great working with the city, no hiccups, no problems.
So I know, Maureen, we were talking of what was it like just to see the whole transformation of the building through this time?
Well, from the beginning where they decided to demolish the whole building, and then the big bulldozer came and started pulling down the walls, was pretty spectacular to see because I had never seen anything like that. And then at the very end, a friend sent me an email. Somebody took a drone picture of the actual bulldozer inside all the rubble and how accurately they took that machine and moved pieces, the steel, the wood, the bricks, and had piles. It was just amazing. It was really amazing.
So tell me, what was it like? This has been a long historical location here for St. Clair Shores. We can put a historical plaque here a couple years ago. So what was it like as you guys grew up here in that, to see that transformation take place in your time?
It was heart-jerking, to say the least. Actually, the day that the wrecking crew showed up, I was out in the parking lot and having second thoughts as to, did we do the right thing?
Really?
And it was an overcast day. And just as I said that to myself, the clouds opened up and a little ray of sunshine came down and hit the blue oval and the bulldozer at the same time. So I think that was
you got your sign.
That was our grandfather and father saying you guys are doing the right thing.
All right, that's good to hear. I tell you, something else with Roy O'Brien Ford, you guys are such great supporters of the community and that. So Mark, Amy, tell us all those different things that you guys do to help out St. Clair Shores here.
You know, this community is one of a kind. Between the marinas and the restaurants and the residents and just the community spirit, you can't go wrong in St. Clair Shores. We love being involved. The parade, the fireworks, got the Guns and Hoses softball game coming up, so we jump in every chance we can because it's an excellent community.
That's
Yeah, we're a big supporter of June Fest. That's kind of a baby of the 9MAC Merchants Association, of which I just happen to be president. And we also have the charity cruise on Harper, which Roy is a huge supporter of, always has been. Cops for Kids. The list is endless.
Yeah.
Baseball teams, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, figure skating, you name it.
Yeah, you guys are such a great contributor, and also for a new kind of a rebranding of 9 and Mac. We're making that our official downtown.
Yeah,
And you guys helped us kind of give us a little bit of a nudge to move us in that direction there.
You know, we've always considered this kind of the only downtown that would qualify the area as a downtown, and now the designation is there, and we're pretty excited about it.
That's great. So, Lil, tell us from the Beautification Commission, what did we see when we were looking at Royal O'Brien Ford here?
Well, I'm going to tell you that our commission looks at a lot of places, but there was no question. 50% of this goes to the building, 50% goes to this landscape. And as you sit there at 9 Mile and you look at this spectacular landscape, this is for you businesses that say you can't make a garage beautiful. And look at this. I mean, I sat there myself. And as the light turned, I looked and I thought, you know, this is really great to show this. And for you business people that are out there, come by, take a look at this. This is really a great thing. And of course, I remember Mark when he carried my groceries out of Bennett's Market. And I hate to
just
say
a couple
this,
weeks
but
ago.
that's a long time ago. It's always the name, and come down and just see us. It's a beautiful place, and they've done great work, and this is what a community can be if you have people with the name of O'Brien.
Exactly.
You're too kind.
Yeah, so just want to congratulate you guys for being awarded the Beautification Award for St. Clair Shores from the Beautification Commission. So
thank you, John.
Thank you for all the
Thank
hard
you.
work that you
Thank
put
you,
into the
Lily.
renovation and the landscaping.
Thank you.
You did an
Thank
absolutely wonderful
Thank
job
you.
here. And with that, I want to congratulate all of our awardees, both our 10-year awardees and the annual awardees here on today's show. So that's it for this Council Connection. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to give me a call at 586-777-0611 or drop me an email at karenj@scsmi.net. Thanks again for all the awardees, and I'll see you next time on Council Connection.
And stay on the right track to 9 Mile and Mac.